Top 5 X spells in Magic the Gathering, Blue Edition. Number 5, Condescend. X and a blue for an instant from 5th Dawn that says counter target spell unless its controller pays X, then you scry 2. Counter spells like this, falling into the category of soft counters, meaning they can be negated by paying a certain cost, have been around since Alpha. Power Sync was the first of this style, but Condescend has proven to be the most effective in most cases, since it gives you a nice scry 2 to set up your next turn. Number 4, Blue Sun's Twilight. X blue for a sorcery that's part of a cycle from Phyrexia All Will Be One that says gain control of target creature with mana value X or less. A strong effect already, but it also says if X is 5 or more, create a copy of that creature too, so you end up with a big 3 for 1. Number 3, Pull from Tomorrow. X blue for an instant from Amonkhet that says draw X cards, then discard a card. Like Condescend, Pull from Tomorrow is part of a large group of other cards with a similar effect, starting back in Alpha with Brain Geyser. What makes Pull stand out is its instant speed and efficient cost, combined with a discard that looks at first glance like a drawback, but is often a bonus in certain archetypes that want to fill the graveyard or benefit from discarding cards. Number 2, Repeal. X and a blue for an instant from Guild Pact that says return target non-land permanent with mana value X to its owner's hand, then draw a card. It's a versatile bounce spell that allows for interaction at every stage of the game, also giving the option to bounce your own permanents to save them from danger or potentially re-trigger ETB effects, all while carrying that important draw a card line at the end. Repeal is iconic across all constructed formats, and it's a cube staple, but the next card is too cool to be conquered by a common. Number 1, Whir of Invention. X and triple blue for an instant from Aether Revolt that says search your library for an artifact card with mana value X or less and put it onto the battlefield. It also has Improvise, which allows you to tap artifacts to pay 1 generic each, making it essentially the blue version of Court of Calling. Whir is usually found next to Urza in Modern, but it's also a popular commander card that utilizes cheap artifacts and treasure tokens to find the right piece of brown for any situation. Honorable mention goes to Curse of the Swine. X blue for a sorcery from Theros that says exile X target creatures, then those creatures get replaced by 2/2 green boar tokens. This curse is silly, but it's one of the few ways to exile creatures permanently in blue, so it's especially useful in situations where you're facing formidable creatures you don't want to bounce. Follow for more top 5s.